As the press conference continued, the tone shifted toward Germany's diplomatic coordination with Washington. The Chancellor acknowledged the role of US President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio in brokering what was now being described as a phased ceasefire and hostage exchange plan. "We recognize the significant efforts made by our partners in Washington," Merz said, "and we will continue to support all steps that bring the parties closer to peace and stability." Behind this official language, however, there was an undercurrent of caution. German diplomats had privately expressed doubts about the durability of the Trump-brokered deal. They feared that without a clear political roadmap, one addressing Gaza's governance, reconstruction, and Israel's long-term security concerns, the ceasefire might not hold. Merz's press team later clarified that Germany was prepared to contribute financially to a post-conflict stabilization fund for Gaza, similar to the European pledges that followed past wars. Yet, unlike in previous years, there was now a stronger insistence on accountability. Aid cannot flow into a vacuum, Klingbeil explained. It must serve peace, not perpetuate cycles of destruction. Throughout the room, journalists pressed with questions about Hamas's role, Israel's response, and the broader implications for European diplomacy. Merz, who had once been criticized for his limited international experience compared to predecessors like Angela Merkel, handled the questions with a balance of empathy and resolve. He drew on Germany's own post-war lessons, reminding the room that peace was never achieved by military means alone. "Reconstruction," he said, "is not only about rebuilding homes. It is about rebuilding trust between peoples, between generations." The words resonated deeply, invoking a subtle but unmistakable parallel to Germany's own recovery from the ashes of war. As the press conference concluded, the ministers stood together, a tableau of unity. Merz, Söder, Baas, and Klingbeil shook hands briefly before exiting the hall. The cameras followed them as they walked through the corridor lined with flags, their silhouettes fading into the bright afternoon light streaming through the chancellery windows.